I'm standing in front of one of the great trees that's in Palos Verdes because I think it represents how all things started. So many people ask me the question, Pastor Dan, why? Why? Why is there death? Why do things happen that otherwise shouldn't happen? God did not originally intend the life that we have chosen for ourselves to be a life where death came into the planet. Go to Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2. You're going to see this God who spoke ex nihilo, out of nothing. And this canvas that He created was the solar system. It was all of creation. And in so doing, after Genesis chapter 1, the Bible says in 127 that He made man and woman in His own image. In Genesis chapter 2, He placed man in the garden to work it. You ought to read what the Bible calls beginnings. It's how all things started. And there is a tale of two trees. One is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and the other is the tree of life. There's only one tree that God said to Adam, you cannot eat of this. He would tell Adam and Eve eventually, if you eat of this, you will surely die. And they didn't believe him. Pastor Dan, why is there death? Why is there pain? Why is there suffering? Because there was placed a tree in the garden to remind Adam and Eve, you're the copy, not the original. You're made in the image, but you'll never be God. You're always under authority. And in that season, our first representative, Adam, decided, I don't really have to obey God. I'll do what I want to do, and I'll do it how I want to do it. Eve's going to be deceived. She'll take a bite of the apple from the tree. Adam's going to do the same thing. And in that moment, the Bible says death came into the world. That's what God said was going to happen. The day you eat of this, you will surely die. In Hebrew, it means dying. You will die. It's a separation. It's a spiritual death and a physical death. The reason bad things happen on planet Earth is because we decided we did not really need to obey God. We were not under His authority. We would entrust our heart to ourselves instead of to Him. That's why the Bible says you must be born again. It's why Jesus came. It's why God says, in order for you to have life, you've got to go to Jesus. And Jesus becomes the second Adam. Whereas the first Adam in Romans 5 blew it, the second Adam, Jesus, bore our sin on His body on that tree, that we die to sin and live for righteousness. Friend, the reason that things have gone the way they have is not God's fault, it's our fault. It's God out of His great love that came to redeem us. And it all started with a tree.